and check out how I tend to mine. I got a partner who don't eat no pork at dinner time, but let you act like you gon' ever hurt or injure mine. He have your woman, and that's by dinner time. I keep my eyes on glory till the devil get behind. Now bad mind, the devil made me offers I decline. We not aligned, not combined. I am not confined to any wicked system that these demons have designed. They frame a mind and have you.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with their opponents. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This fielded right at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Buying time to his left. And his first look is incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace. They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. They'll set up to throw. Try to lay one up deep. That's into a crowd and intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. Remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they proved their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, it's earned it by their play. The psychology is, okay, they're #1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Back to throw. And it's caught. And he is out of bounds here. Able to get 9 out of that pitch and catch, but now 3rd and goal.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate. Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Panthers are going to take a first quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them, but go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, They get to heal up after that. You've got to think that's an ideal setup and a worthy goal to play for in this one.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off at the 40. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Back to throw here. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Flushed out right.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a 1st down.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Steelers. He's at the 50. 30. 20. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. So the turnover forced, and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people missed.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point put through by Boswell.
And a tie score here in this opening quarter of play.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at about the 31. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He sets to fire deep. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. And here's another interception, the third of this first quarter. Picked off at the 36.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up second down. From the gun, they'll try to run it.
Oh, able to avoid him. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. They'll drop the throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. They've got his man complete.
Oh, we got plenty of fun.
Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers have taken the lead. And he'll be stopped shy of the goal line here. So the lead will remain at 6 points. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This taken in at the goal line. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. He'll drop to throw. That catch good for only a couple.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
And he will have the 1st down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're...
And this is going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked.
And the Panthers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him, let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A big play there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, Charles, something we talked about last week, when you start believing whether you're in the midst of a special season or not. Well, now they're at 6-0. Are you still trying to tamp down the expectations in that locker room?
Well, to me, it's less about tamping down expectations and much more about not getting ahead of yourself as a team. And look, they got to play each game individually, right? Many teams talk about being 1-0 at the end of each and every game each week. To me, you got to understand you cannot win the Super Bowl in October.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Steps away to his left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. A surprising move to go for it. And predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And they are able to stop it, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A big connection on that one. 38 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Steelers are an extra point away from taking the lead. Extra point now by Boswell. And this puts him on top by a penny. It's 14-13. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
This fielded right at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Second and 10.
They'll set up a throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. They're going to try and throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take this one down near the 15.
2nd down and 8.
They'll look to throw here. Escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Boswell's kick is good. And they'll move their lead up to 4 now. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
Taking it about the 1. And he returns this to the 22. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Being chased out left. Now he'll let this one go. Deep left sideline. And that is incomplete.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It's taken on the 25. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And maybe a chance for a quick completion and then a long field goal try. We'll see.
Going for the deep ball. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off down near the 5. So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with the Steelers on top. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, as they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half.
Taken at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. His second catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first. And it'll bring up 3rd down now.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On play action, they'll throw. Forced out to his left. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play that time through the air. 33 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Dancing to his left. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. He'll look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. They go play action here on 1st down. Shoves him aside. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Here's 2nd and 8. Going to throw deep for the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. 7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Now back to throw.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
He'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll look to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Toward the sideline, he will have the 1st down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Too strong. They get there and take him down. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Touchdown, Chicago! An impressive punt return of 76 yards. And the Panthers are going to jump back in front. Point after, right down the middle. And that gives them a 3-point lead. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now here in London. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 17. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot They're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Another important fourth-quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage.
Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. And the defense coming through on third down, a loss of 7 to bring up fourth. Here's the Panthers punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is fielded at the 27.
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt.
And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Their defense accomplished step one of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth-quarter lead.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
49 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
And to give this time to the tailback.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Buying time to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He'll take his shot for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Able to get there and pick it.
And the Panthers are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. This is taken at the 15.
All told, that a 55-yard punt with a net of 40 after the return.
And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Back to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
They'll look to throw. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. He's going to let this one go deep. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 15.
And the Panthers have just about sewn up this football game.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. And this one is incomplete. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Back to throw now on 1st down. He's going to air one out. It's caught inside the 25. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Steps away to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Being chased out left. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
And that one falls incomplete. And now, look at the clock. Only 7 seconds remain. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Eluding the pressure right.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Good positioning, and it's picked off. And the Panthers come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for our visitors,